Allah opens doors in your brain, so that he says Quran 55:3. You know the word insan, Ibn Faris agreed it could be two origins. It could be Nasai, it means human beings are very powerful, or it could be from which means human beings are very loving. Alligators are not very loving. Lions are not very loving. You know, other animals that have some love, but not like human beings. Other animals that have some love, but not like human beings. We can show love to strangers. Right, we have that ability, so we have uns in us. They are Washan, we are uns sa. There's two meanings to the human beings on that. We are forgetful, and the second that we hate what? So there's two meanings to the human being. One that's we are forgetful, and the second that we have what? We have love. Allah chose this message for people who are forgetful, because when people forget what they do, need reminder, and one of the names of the Quran is reminder. Quran 12:104. Quran is a reminder because we're insan. So he says, I taught the Quran because you're insan. You forgot, that's why I gave you a reminder. You keep forgetting, so I keep reminding you over and over again. That's why I did that, subhanallah. And the second, I love you. Don't just love you. I'm looking for love. If you're looking for love and you have a lot, you have love and you have it in your heart, that you need to feel. This word of Allah will fix it. This word of Allah will give you. You will appreciate the love Allah has for you, the honor He's given us, how high His word is. Quran 9:40. That says in Surah Al-Tawbah, the word of Allah is the highest there is. There's nothing higher than the word of Allah. Al-Uliya, the superlative form is used, you know. That means there's nothing higher than the word of Allah, and you get that word of Allah. He sent it down. Can you imagine the highest that He will send down fortunes for you and me? That's what you call a gift. I don't deserve that gift, and you do not deserve the gift. That is an act of love of Allah, who's going to accept that invitation from Allah. If Allah called himself a teacher, who will refuse to be a student, you know? And if you start now, I don't call if you're 10, or I don't care if you're 10 or 7. If you turn to Allah and say, Ya Allah, I want to learn your book. I want you called yourself a teacher, and I want Ar-Rahman to be my teacher, so I'm ready to be his student. That it does now matter. Rather, you know a little bit, or you know Allah, because you began with Ar-Rahman. There will be barakah in your learning, and when there's barakah in your learning, you will learn how you have never learned before. You are a bad student in mathematics, you are terrible in English class, you are horrible in history class, but when you turn to Allah's book, and you turn to learn Arabic, which is a complicated language you want to learn, and tajweed, and you memorize, if your intentions are want Allah's love and mercy, then Allah will open doors in your brain you didn't know existed, and it will become easy for you like nothing else you know. In college, I was a terrible student, I was a bad student, I only signed up for the courses is because we would take his notes. I slept on his shoulder for 4 years. I also have a lot of elbow marks on my arm. These are examples from students, because we tried to wake me up. I was a bad student when I started learning Quran. I learned easy. I am a witness to myself. Allah makes things easy. Quran 54:17. You make the intention, Allah will make it easier for you. Take one step to Allah, Allah will take 100 to yours. You could sin, you could make the biggest thing. It's literally the 1st of January. Happy 2025 to all of you, Muslim or non-Muslim. I hope this is the year you change and all these lessons come to you, inshallah.